Speaker is Councillor Wong-Tam.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. The vote before us today is not just about transit planning for Scarborough, and it's not just about LRTs versus subways. It's about political integrity. It's about fiscal responsibility. It's about social equity. It's about workforce and economic development and citywide transit connectivity. Transit City was fully funded by both the province and by the federal governments. The environmental assessments had been completed, the engineering reports, the legal documents, and the architectural drawings all rendered, all approved, full sign-off. The work contracts had been tendered, the contracts had been awarded, payments were made, checks were deposited, construction had begun. On day one, our mayor flippantly canceled Transit City and ordered the construction to stop. With that single announcement, he unilaterally killed rapid transit for the residents and business owners of Scarborough, Eglinton, Shepherd, and Finch. Those communities were left without a transit plan. With careless abandon, he incurred $65 million of cancellation fees to the City of Toronto, with escalating unknown further costs yet to be determined. He exposed the city to financial harm, to open litigation, because we broke legally binding contracts. He divided our city, he's divided this council, and he said, you're either with him or you're against him. By repeating the simple mantra of Scarborough deserves subways, he's forced this council chamber and all of Toronto into a period of transit chaos and transit inadequacy. When confronted with technical data and expert opinions and transparent evaluation methodology, he clearly demonstrates and disregards all of that and says, I want subways. Residents want subways. I want to give the taxpayers what they want. When the question of how he will finance this multi-billion-dollar transit expansion, he goes silent. And then he dares to blame the TTC, the upper levels of government, members of this council, for a lack of a business plan. Never and not once in 15 months has he articulated a financial plan. Not when he was a mayoral candidate, and certainly not when he's now our mayor. As of yesterday, and even today, the mayor has never once articulated that credible business plan. And he has not stated how he's going to come up with multi-billions of dollars to fund this plan. He had an opportunity. The opportunity has come and gone. Yesterday, Councillor DeGrand, to his great credit, tried to clean it up. He tried to tidy up the conversation for the mayor. Now he wants to withdraw it. But it's not the mayor's plan. We still haven't heard from the mayor. Mayor Ford, your time has run out. LRT services the greatest number of residents in the most diverse neighborhoods. The LRT expansion into Shepherd will service at least 5 priority neighborhoods along with Finch. The subway plan will service 1 priority neighborhood. There will be an increase of ridership annually of 34 million riders with the LRT system, 27 million riders with subways. There will be 112 new LRT riders versus an annual ridership of 34,000 along with subways. The LRTs will run 26.1 kilometers, connecting our neighborhoods and our city together, bringing prosperity to all. The subway extension, that little stub, 8 kilometers. The subway expansion to Scarborough Town Centre is estimated to cost, and it's an estimation because there have been no financial details done, there's been no financial analysis, a range of $3.25 billion to possibly $4.73 billion. That's the range, with a gap of over $1 billion unaccounted for, not to mention the delays. It's near impossible to interpret any of these actions, any of these words, as respect for the taxpayers, respect for Scarborough, Finch, Eglinton, Shepherd. I do need an extension.
Recorded vote.
Hey, good to see you. Hey, we would have finished last night, right? But, you know, like these other guys, they just dragged it on.
For an extension.
They kind of, yeah, they kind of, what do you want to do?
McMahon, please.
Councillor Ford, please.
Councillor Davis, please.
Yes? Oh, thanks, Edna. Always appreciate it.
The motion to extend the speaking time carries unanimously, 32 in favor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. In an interview conducted on May the 5th, 2010 in the National Post, during the 2010 election, Councillor Thompson said that after careful study and analysis, he supports Transit City. And he dismissed the mayoral subway platform as being driven by political ambition, quote unquote. He furthers add, this is a direct quote, while it sounds great politically, you're building political subways, that's what you want to do. And if you're building subways based on ridership growth and demand, that's not where you want to go. Mr. Thompson said, what already exists of the Shepherd subway doesn't pay for itself to run. The taxpayers have to fork out $10 million a year to keep it running. Unfortunately, Councillor Thompson, who I have the most respect for, I think he's a great councillor, he has now abandoned that position, which he held May 2010. It's time for us to bring integrity back to council. It's time for us to set a new strategic vision for this city. We cannot continue to follow a man with no plan. We cannot support a plan to make a plan to bring it back months or years later. Mayor Ford had the ball in his hand and he has fumbled. There's simply too much online. Too much will be lost. If we want Toronto, and I think you do, to be the greatest city in the world, then council must lead us there, not the mayor. Toronto's democratic deficit ends today. It's time to vote and to get this city moving again. Thank you very much.
Councillor Davis.